this scene, man. Oh, it's so disgusting. Oh, man, blood everywhere. Oh, you gotta cut the armor, boy. You gotta amputate the arm clearly. You gotta go in there, get the poison out. And Riko is a sociopath. So let's eat it. Oh, it's already burning. Fresh meat, yeah. Riko is like, yeah, fresh meat, boy. Oh, here we go. Riko and her. Interesting. This is like a trap. Whoa. Well, there's something at least. There's probably a stomach, right? You're supposed to run away from that, you know? Like, you know, most people run away from that. Unless you're a superhero, yeah. Riko is a girl that runs. Riko runs towards the gun. She's like, oh, it's fire over there. Yeah, gotta tie up the arm to cut it off. Yeah, get thing in the mouth, you know. This is old school stuff here, man. Jesus Christ, man. This is old school stuff. What happens now then? He's broke it off. Like, it just looks worse. It just looks like he completely, you know, yeah, mangled her. I guess her elbow or something. Oh, what an episode. Oh, what an episode. Jesus Christ. Oh. Yeah, I guess he's doing it now, I guess. Maybe she can't die, right? She's a zombie or something, right? Maybe Riko, she looks like she's dead now. But just because she's a zombie, I'm just wondering, right? Because now her face is like completely pale. Yeah, but because she's a zombie already, maybe she can't die, right? Like, and yeah, this is really weird. Like, they make her she dies? But it's because, I mean, as I keep saying, right? I don't think she'll die because we know she's a zombie, right? Oh, finally the bunny girl comes in. Finally that girl that's in the ending. Oh, she's still not alive, or she's not dead. But I was right. I said it right. The bunny girl is gonna come in there and save them. Right? A hollow. What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. It's what you call a hollow. What's that? Is it like a monster? Is it human? A human that's been cursed. A human that's been transformed. I mean, Riko's a zombie, right, to some extent. So why couldn't she also have the similar experience? Oh, I went into a relic and it turned me into half human, half bunny, right? That's much more likely to me than she would be like, oh, I'm born down here. You know, I have 2 parents, 3 siblings, but I live alone in this cave forward. Yeah, this is weird. She could still be living alone, I guess, if her family is killed or whatever. But it feels like just the name, you know, Hollow, doesn't make any sense if she was a race of another being, right? If she was an orc, she would be like, I'm an orc, right? She wouldn't be like, I'm a Hollow, I'm a monster. She would have a name for her race, right? So I think she's a transformed human. That makes a lot more sense to me. Probably living down there for a long time. Maybe then a former white wizard, right, transformed into a bunny girl for some reason, right? You know, and hasn't been able to. She can probably go up again, but doesn't want to go up, right? Because people are probably it's like, oh, people hate me because I'm a freak. I turned into a bunny girl. So, oh, hello, I'm on here. Time for Made in Abyss episode 9 and 10, right? Pretty much tell you the stories. I was up today. For Monday is my leg day, so I'm not like running or whatever months, right? And I. This is lake, close to where I live, pretty close. It's called like Church Lake or something like that. It's pretty cool because in the lake you have this huge bridge going to the lake, right? It's very like roleplay, okay? The bridge doesn't go anywhere. It's like a tower in the middle you can jump from, right, in the water. But it just goes out for a long way and it has this like grow around it, right? So it's first the part of the bridge is just like covered by trees, and then you go past them and then you just go into the lake, right? And I've been there before. So I was there and I was thinking, yeah, maybe I should go home now, whatever. But then I saw there's another bridge next to it, kind of before you enter the bridge. I was like, I've never taken that bridge before. I think it just goes outside kind of the groove or whatever, right? So I got on that bridge instead. And it was massive. It's like a kilometer. I just kept running on this bridge, and the bridge basically, you know, it's traveled around the whole lake to the other side of the lake. And then it's like planks kind of like built on top of the lake, right? So you're kind of running on water in this like very kind of a half-sunk bridge thing, kind of water splashing at you. And I thought, this is crazy, I've never seen it before. And so I was almost lost because I kept following the whole path on the other side. And then there's another tower, like a bridge and a tower, not something you can meet like that on the lake, right? So you can swim between them. So it's like, okay, so I go to the other side, okay, I'm here now, I've seen this place before, yeah. But it took like maybe 20 minutes, I was like, this is crazy long. And I didn't have any phone on me or whatever, but yeah, I've never been here before. So next time I go there, I'm definitely gonna bring a phone or, you know, a camera or whatever. It was crazy. I didn't know it was like a kilometer of like some weird wooden plank lake passage thing, and it's like very, very thick kind of jungle-ish there, forest-ish, so you can barely see anything as well. So I was like, what? But I just kept traveling. I do my own little Made in Abyss adventure, right, before Made in Abyss here. But anyway, so yesterday we got to, you know, kind of mentioning You know, mom, she's a zombie, right? I guess. And we mentioned mom and how mom wanted grandma basically to tell her she was zombie, so on, right? And I guess now that we're gonna maybe meet Bondru, right? Because he was mentioned a few times as a big baddie. And he's also a white wizard then, we know that. And we also mentioned 2 other people. So they also might be evil. Or maybe they're gonna have them against Bondru, who knows. But maybe Bondru is gonna be explained as being, you know, not evil or just crazy, you know. Like they're all like Ozen, kind of cray-cray. But otherwise I expect this, you know, the rabbit girl to eventually appear, right? Because again, I haven't really been spoiled that much, but I've also seen images of this rabbit girl. She's in the ending, right? She hasn't appeared yet. They're episode 9 now, of 13 episodes out of 2 episodes. Yeah, we haven't seen the bunny girl yet, so it kind of surprises me. But anyway, let's watch this episode. So, 3, 2, 1, and go. Really though? She's like, death isn't law, but I don't know. Riko is not dead, right? I do wonder though, if he's still talking about, because they also used to explain how Riko didn't die, right? Or she was dead or survived. So maybe death doesn't come after all of us. It seems like the reverse happened to Riko. I've been doing the math. I've been crushing the numbers, guys. Smart kid. So huge. It's a kind of massive. This is a flat surface, right? Yeah, it looks hard to climb. Some kind of weird bats, and then you just Madu kayak, okay? But it's just like, yeah, it's just like a very, very flat cylinder hole. Yeah, hard. This part of the episode is hard, man. I'm ready to eat you guys. She's so goddamn morbid, Riku. Oh, sorry, Bonnet. I wanted to eat you, but I'm gonna feed you to this thing instead. Yeah, she kills some animal. She's like, I will kill you now. Man, Rico is a goddamn sociopath. Man. Interesting. What sounds here? Yeah, this poor bunny then or something. Maybe they have a big mom or something, right? Yeah, they're like tiny and cute now for a row. I feel it's gonna be like a big mom that's coming down and eating them. Right? Yeah, it feels a little bit like it should be a big mama coming or something. Yeah, it's good. Reg is like, this makes no sense. What's a ship here for? Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. Why would be a ship inside a wall? Stepping on Unku. Yeah, she stepped on Unku. Stepping on the shit here. Yeah. This thing eats big stuff. Now she's like, now it's a den of a bigger monster, right? It eats, yeah, exactly. Uh-oh. Man, Reg, you gotta stay with Riku. She's going crazy. She always runs into trouble. Riku is way too excited about it. Yeah, Riku's like, look at this thing. He does do it, yeah. But then now it's gonna open up a big hole, yeah. Like, it's gonna open up a huge hole for the rest to fly in there. This to me seems like a, yeah, so he kills it. I mean, obviously, bam, but it feels like this creates a bigger issue. Man, Riko is a sociopath. It's like, let's eat it! Oh, it's already burning! Fresh meat, yeah. Riko is like, haha, yeah, fresh meat, boy. We can kill it and eat it. Yeah, one even? Huh. That this one flies forward. Yeah, he's like, revenge. It's the same one. He's like, goddamn kids, I want my revenge. What is this thing? Stupid. But she killed them earlier though, so why would you help her? She's like, I will eat you, yeah. Bunnies should not help you. Man, the bunnies were like, you eat our friends earlier. Man. I like this thing. The bunnies are defending themselves by blocking her stupid Riko. I agree with the bunnies. They're like, stupid girl, look come and eat us. But it might be more effective to her to use wait for 2 hours, you know? Yeah, I don't know if this is a bad strategy. It might be better for her to wait and go and get food and then make food while he's you know, sleeps. If he's not in danger anymore, it might be better to just let him stay there, right? Or she gets food instead. Because now instead she gets really tired instead. Or you just wait for 2 hours, right? Just wait until he gets up again. Maybe they finally meet the bunny girl then. So someone else makes food here, right? Lucky indeed. Riko and her. Interesting. This is like a trap. Whoa. Well, there's something at least. It's probably a stomach, right? It's like a plant stomach, something. Yeah, it's like a trap. It's gonna eat her. It's smelling here because it's inside the... Yeah, because it's inside this the stomach, right? God damn it, Riko. She got so hungry, she got inside the stomach of an animal. Or a plant, more so. Yeah, she fell for those obvious trap. Oh my god, it smells so good. Ah, it's a death trap. Yeah, Riko's... I said this episode. Riko's terrible at surviving. She keeps doing stuff all the time. Yeah, she's like, fire! Yeah! It's fire over there. She runs inside of it. But this guy seems to be really easy to kill, though. Yeah, just die immediately. A lot of food then for Riko. Yeah, she killed it. Got his loot. Hopefully they worship her. They're goddess now. Riko killed the... Riko's the leader now. She slayed the evil purple thing. I think they like her. Come on. See? I think they like her. Or? No? Maybe they'd like her now. I was hoping they were gonna like her. They were like, she's our goddess. She defeated the evil eater. It would be cute if they liked her. They were like, please, Riko CHAN. But look at this. This is like, we climb this thing. This is like a boss fight gonna happen, right? If you play any RPG game, up there's gonna be a boss stage. Like, this is straight up, like, you climb this thing here, right? And it opens up, there's a huge area in there, there's like a mecha dragon. It's like, you have arrived, girl! Time for our final encounter, you know, yeah. Like, she's hallucinating, right? It has to be hallucination. Ozen here too. Oh, she's hallucinating, right? Especially with these people here. At least the previous hallucination was at least reasonable. Like, Ozen could have been there. I mean, I guess Uncle Harb also could be there. Yeah. See what you wanna see, whatever. This feels like too real, this feels too real now, right? This hallucination. It feels too real. Like, it can't just be that she's dreaming. It has to be like someone is like, you know, some weird hallucination plant or whatever. Especially now when it's like, yeah, like a big party here. Everyone's like, woo! Riko CHAN! Where's my boyfriend, mom? He's dead. But I think it's a trap, right? You can't just... Okay, she pushes through. Really? It was just her own... I don't know, it felt weird because it was so real. Like, it felt like the hallucination was more real than just her going crazy. Like, who would start dreaming exactly about this stuff, right? He's like, man, you owe me for episode 1. Yeah, this guy is really pissed off. He got infinite ammo. Also said it had infinite ammo, right? So something like that, like explosive gunpowder or something. Yeah, like an infinite gunpowder. Something like this, yeah. Like, it can like cause something like that. What's this thing here? This episode's probably the weakest so far, honestly. Yeah, it wasn't like terrible, but I think it was pretty weak because it didn't introduce anything new. It was, I mean, it was adventurous. Like, I'm wrong. It wasn't like terrible, right? It was adventurous. You kind of had that, you know, adventure thing, right? You know, with her and mom and like, see here, right? Like, she's kind of, you know, jumping into the mouth, so on. So it kind of fit what I said earlier before the stream, that anime is good for adventure and atmosphere and so on. But I don't know. I will say that it was the biggest episode. It didn't like introduce anything new at all. It's just like episode 7 and 8 were much stronger, right? With the whole zombie reveal and mom reveal and the pickaxe working and talking about the bad guys. And yeah, episode 7 and 8 gave us a lot of like, you know, backstory and some twists and some information. Yeah, a lot of stuff, right? And episode 1 and 3 were a little more kawaii, a little more wholesome, a little cute, a little more, you know, world building and so on. And yeah, 4 and 6 was kind of in the middle, a little horror, a little world building and so on. This was like kind of just like, yeah, I mean, it's like one of the layers. You see some monsters and then they escape it. Yeah, it really felt like it's kind of like intermissions. Like, yeah, whatever. This is the layer. Like I mean, honestly, you could have probably skipped. I mean, okay, fine. In the end, she's like, we have to stay together, right, for the mental standpoint and so on. So it's a little bit like building up the relationship. But mostly it felt like you could almost have skipped everything to the last 2-3 minutes when she's just like hallucinating and like, well, I need to stay with Reg, right? Yeah, our friendship and love makes us stronger, basically, right? So it's not completely pointless, but it felt strange because 7 and 8 were so strong, right? Those episodes was very, very strong, and episode 9 is just like, whatever, just another layer with no storytelling. I don't know. I expect something else to happen, you know, like some more story elements or something. I don't know. This was episode 10, of course. I'm not saying the anime is terrible. I'm saying, but this was the biggest episode, yeah. Following a big storyline episode, right? Following a big storyline episode. Following like some twists and turns. And then the next episode is just like, oh, it's some monsters, or whatever, we're down. Yeah. And the thing is that it always felt too easy to. Honestly, I think that's probably it. If this layer felt much more threatening, right? And it was more danger, and it wasn't like... Because she was inside the stomach, but then she got out of the stomach in like a minute, yeah. The stomach thing wasn't even like that tension, right? Honestly, I would say so, yeah. Like if she was stuck in the stomach for much longer, and her clothes were burning or whatever, right? Or acid, it's like, oh shit, it burns one. And it actually felt more threatening. I think that would be better. It felt like it was too easy for them. Like they got to yet another just adventure layer, which is some monsters, and they just killed them all easily, and then it was like then it was done, yeah. Like it didn't feel like it actually was very threatening. Only the hallucination was kind of threatening to her. But the monsters were pretty easy. It was still like level 1 monsters. It felt too easy for her. And she killed that thing that ate her with a knife in like less than a minute, right? Like it was too easy. That's probably the issue with it. Like it didn't feel like it was that threatening anyway. Something like that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Whatever. It's episode 10, but the episode felt a little strange coming after 9, definitely. Immediately, Sugoi, yeah, Sugoi. Exactly, Sugoi. Like seriously, this is like a cool place to live at. You can just chill out in this onsen. So yeah, this is like a cool place, yeah. Winery, yeah, it's like a lot of food, like you could probably have some herbs there, you can grow some stuff, you know. This is also kind of freaking, probably monsters down here, but it sounds like a paradise. This layer sounds right now just kind of awesome, yeah. Yeah, sure, it's like a netherworld and there are monsters down here. Yeah, but she's already dead though, so I don't know. She's already... So far, this place is really awesome, right? Yeah, this place is awesome. You eat some eggs, right? You can cook them in the hot spring. Yeah, and you can become squid. You can eat these squids, right? You can probably eat these squids. You know, ikamusumas. Yeah, but you can probably eat the squids, right? I mean, this is Japanese, right? Squids eating there is pretty popular. I eat the squid a lot of my life, yeah. Or I mean, a squid is the same as octopus, but alright. That have 10 eggs. But yeah, octopus is... I eat the octopus not a lot, but I've eaten it, you know, many times, definitely. I remember the first time I was in Paris and they had the lamb brain. So I was like, brain? I wanna eat that. I was 8. I was in Paris the first time in my life. I was 8. And they had the brain. I was like, brain. I want brain. You know, I was definitely that kid. Yeah, I was definitely that kid. I was like, give me the weird stuff. I definitely see myself as Riko. Yeah, I was like, give me the weird food stuff you have. Yeah, give me the snails and brain, man. Something happens, right? Oh, it's like a monster, I guess? That could be someone's fur. Oh, here we go. Yeah. It's like a giant ass flea or something. Okay. Well, now the goblet looks dangerous. Oh, of course it's poisonous and penetrating. Okay. Yeah, it's both. It's both poisonous and has a high, yeah. It's super dangerous and it's poison, it's everything. Whoa. This monster is super intelligent. It's like, phew. Maybe it's actually a human or something? I was... Yeah, this monster is super intelligent. He's like, that's your weapon? Kicks it away? What? This is like smarter than a human. Yeah, an umbrella, but I don't know if it's scary. It's just an umbrella. Yeah, you got stuck or something. She's hit. Probably poisoned by it. Yeah, freaking knew it, man. Riko's gonna freaking get zombified or something. Yeah, she got poisoned by its... They're definitely pretty low level for this place. These are kids going down way too fast. Yeah, they're way... Also, was right, man. You kids should level up first. You can't even fight a random monster down there. You don't even get into the bottom yet. This is what last episode. This episode much better. Last episode was too easy, yeah. This is what this episode is much better because actually it's like they're actually getting owned, right? Last episode was just like they just easily killed everything, so it wasn't that interesting. This is much better, of course. Let's scream at it. No, I lost Mom's weapon though. You look weird! Yeah, she's clearly getting either the curse or it's the poisonous bolt or whatever, right? She's getting like... Oh yeah, it doesn't hurt anymore. Oh yeah, here we go, poisoned. Oh. Oh yeah, now it comes to bleeding talking about, yeah. It's gonna bleed out your orifices. Oh. Oh man, no, this is brutal, man. Oh, yeah, you get the bleeding out of your eyes. You stop the bleeding. Yeah, you get the whole bleeding thing out of your eyes and your... yeah, you get the bleeding out of your eyes and ears. Yeah, swelling up too. Her hand is like massive. Yeah, it's sort of purple. That makes sense though. It's a kind of weird poison, right? So sure, she's been... Oh, yeah. Her hand has been like infected and so on. Yeah, oh. But yeah, this episode is more brutal, but much less episode. The episode before was a little too easy, right? This I feel less episode lacked, right? It lacked some real tension. Cut off her arm, right? Maybe I have to amputate her arm. Yeah, cut it. Yes, cut the arm. Cut the arm, boy. Cut the arm. Yeah, you need to cut off the arm, right? Exactly. You need to cut off the arm. You need to cut off the poison arm. It's like classic survival here. No, this is classic survival, Ray. You gotta cut off her arm. You gotta set off her arm. You gotta go guts on it. You gotta do like, you know, gotta guts it. Ozen has like, you know, wood arms and all that, right? He's a mecha cyborg character. I don't know. Maybe you can make a new arm or something. I'm still waiting for that rabbit girl to appear though. She hasn't appeared. Maybe we can save them. Yeah, I'm still waiting for that rabbit girl to enter the anime. Her arm, yeah, gotta tie up the arm to cut it off. Yeah, get thing in the mouth, you know. This is old school stuff here, man. Jesus Christ, man. This is old school stuff. Man, it went on berserk on us. Oh, shit. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah. First breaks it off. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Whatever. Oh, she looks very dead now. Maybe she can't die, right? She's a zombie or something, right? Maybe Riko... She looks like she's dead now. But just because she's a zombie, I'm just wondering, right? Because now her face is like completely pale. Yeah, but because she's a zombie already, maybe she can't die, right? Man, yeah, this is really weird. Like, they make her she dies? But it's because... I mean, as I keep saying, right? I don't think she'll die because we know she's a zombie, right? Oh, finally the bunny girl comes in. Finally that girl that's in the ending. Oh, she's still not alive? Or she's not dead? Okay. I was right. I said you were gonna say it. I called it. They're finally gonna have the bunny girl, right? So it's gonna... Yeah. Someone's finally gonna come... She's finally gonna enter the anime. That's what I said, right? Because I waited for this character to finally enter because she's been in so much art and so on, right? So she's just like, oh, that's funny. She's under the seat, I guess. Okay. Go a little lower. She's like, kiss her. Keep kissing her. Yeah, okay. I said it right. The bunny girl's gonna come in there and save them, right? I couldn't imagine who else could do it. That or what is the guy like Bond there, right? Because yeah, I was wondering who else gonna come in here and, you know, rescue them. Build the mechas. Yeah, let's see something. Ah, this is an opening. Yeah, this is her home then. This is an opening. This is an opening. That is WOOT. It's like a lot of dead people been down here. It's a cute bunny girl. SAKI CHAN. A hollow? What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. It's what you call a hollow. What's that? Is it like a monster? Is it human? Being out with the girl. Man, that's brutal, man. That is brutal. I could have seen worse than anime, though. Yeah. It was a brutal scene, but obviously I've seen more tomato use and so on. It definitely reminded me of True Blood or whatever, and they cry blood and so on. So it looks very, very brutal, but it wasn't like super terrible in the end. The curse, I guess. The curse wasn't that terrible. It's more like the poison, right? Because in the end, the curse makes you kind of bleed, the crying blood or whatever, right? And a little bit of ears. So it looked really like, because the eyes get all red, right? So obviously the curse looks very like, visually looks kind of horrible, right? But it really was the poison, right? Yeah, it really was the poison that almost killed her, and still is up killing her. Definitely, because I mean, it's kind of like in reality, right? If you get a lot of pressure, right? If you go and like die or whatever, you get this pressure on your head, you know, obviously kind of based on that, right? So kind of pressure or similar to that. And you start bleeding in your ear or whatever, or your eyes, that can happen in reality. But, like, for example, if you ever get like an eye injury or whatever, right, you get blood in your eye, yeah, your eye gets all red, right, because it's liquid and it gets all red, so it looks worse than this, you know what I mean? To get blood if you get blood in your eye, right, it looks worse than this, usually, not always, but usually, right, yeah. That's kind of the effect, right, this whole poison hand thing is of course what is really is killing her, right? She's like she has her hand is he has to almost cut it off there and so on, right? Almost go guts on her. That is what really almost killed her. But yeah, the episode was really good, and I think it's perfectly exemplifies, honestly, genuinely honestly, what I said before this, right? Because when I watched episode 9, let's be honest here, like I said earlier, you know me, I'm an honest reviewer, right? I'm always been very, very honest with my review. Honestly, I'm very, very, candid and very sincere, right? If I like or dislike something. And episode 9, like I said, I didn't dislike episode 9, but it felt pretty mediocre, right? Yeah. So, I mean, we're reviewing both 9 and 10 here, right? And it is really good because, yeah, episode 9 was pretty mediocre. Episode 9 was pretty weak because they just kind of traveled one floor, right? And nothing really happened. I mean, sure, they fought some monsters, but you know what I mean? They just defeated the monsters. Like, they even got swallowed by this weird purple flower monster, right? Flower, but it also was an animal. Like a Venus flytrap, but also an animal thing, right? And Riko just cut it with a knife immediately and escaped, right? Like there was no issue, yeah. Like, it was way too easy. I think that was the issue in episode 9, really, that to fight monsters or whatever, that's one thing. But you know what I mean? It felt that was too easy, yeah. Like they were just owning it, right? Like they were, so it wasn't that interesting. It was kind of boring, honestly, because they were. I mean, it wasn't boring, but it was kind of like it was mundane. Yeah, it was mundane, right? Because they were kicking ass, right? The monsters felt like nothing to them. The monsters felt like they were yokes, and they just owned them all. And then they get to the next floor, and they get owned. Yeah, they get to the next floor, they get owned. This poison monster just crushes their freaking ass, man. She starts bleeding off her, she got poison, and she starts bleeding, and it was like, yeah, episode 10 hits like a truck, man. It's just like everything is just dying or whatever. Yeah, they get completely owned, right? But I guess in some sense, though, the episode 9 was so easy for them. Episode 9 was so easy, and then episode 10 was so hard. That made episode 10 better, though, right? Because the juxtaposition, right? The difference between 9 and 10, these episodes, or like night and day, right? So I'm happy I watched them both at the same time. This episode definitely worth as a good duo episode to watch, right? Yeah, it worth a good mix, right? Like, for example, if I watched 8 and 9, it wouldn't be the same, duality, right? Yeah, this was very good duality, yeah. 9 and 10, very good duality, yeah, like, very good duality. One floor, too easy. One floor, way too hard, right? Yeah, they got massively owned this floor. But I still think episode 9 was still pretty, felt like a filler, It's like, whatever, some rig monsters, and we get down to the next floor, right? Yeah. But then here at 10, man, Jesus Christ, man, they get freaking owned, man. Yeah, this monster was like goddamn genius. Like, he predicted exactly where they were gonna go. He kicked away the relic, mom's relic, the pickaxe and one. Yeah, he was like, why with that shit one? He knew what they wanted to pick up and so on. He knew how they wanted to escape. This monster was like smarter than a human, so that was kind of crazy. So maybe it isn't a monster. I mean, it's a monster, but maybe these things are humans, I'm just throwing it out there, right? Because obviously we say Nana, she appears in the end, right? We'll go to it later. But I think that she's probably like a cursed human, right? You know what I mean? Like it's like Ozen is a wood woman, right? If Ozen can turn into like a wooden woman, like half tree, half woman, right? So to speak, half human, half tree, and she's like very, very old, right? Because trees can live longer than humans. Okay, fine, she can live on like sunlight and photosynthesis, and you survive, right? Why couldn't this thing also be a human then? I mean, seriously, because this thing was like way too smart. This thing felt like it was like an intelligence of an actual human, right? Like it was smarter than them, basically. This monster felt way too intelligent. So if it can't speak, then it couldn't speak, right? It would be almost more natural that a human turned into a monster, lost its speaking abilities, but it's more like an instinctively, killing humans or whatever, right? For self-defense or whatever. But I don't know. It just felt like it was way too smart. But of course, we also have this backstory that we don't know yet, of course, exactly, but we have this backstory, right, that is this fallen city in the bottom, right, some fallen ancient ruins, right, in the center, right, in Netherworld, and those people are probably some humans or whatever, some aliens, whatever, but they're something, and they also could have been, I guess, transformed into a monster or whatever. This is felt way too smart, like it was too intelligent to be like a random monster. But the option was one of the pupils are like, they're like squares for some reason, not round. But I think she's gonna be a transformed human, because she was like, I'm a hollow. That sounds like more she's a transformed being, right? And also, I just feel that the anime has really presented the case of it being all the races down there. I feel the anime has presented a case for that, because if she actually was, a bunny girl that's born down here, then wouldn't she have parents? Wouldn't she have a family? then she probably wouldn't be a hollow. She'd be like, oh, I'm this race, you know. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because she said I'm a hollow. If she was like, oh, I'm a bunny girl, right? Oh, I am whatever. I'm a boogie or whatever, you know. I'm this race, you know. I'm a whatever. Yeah, I'm called this thing, right? If she was actually like a race of bunnies, right? Intelligent bunnies, they would probably have a name, right? She would be like, oh, I'm this thing, right? You know, we're called this thing, and we have children or whatever, right? But she was like, I'm a hollow, like I'm a monster, right? You know, I'm this kind of being there. I'm a ghost or whatever, yeah. And I feel calling herself a hollow sounds a lot more like she's an undead human or whatever, right? Some kind of transformed human of some sort. A human that's been cursed, a human that's been transformed. I mean, Riko's a zombie, right, to some extent. So why couldn't she also have the similar experience? Oh, I went into a relic and it turned me into half human, half bunny, right? That is much more likely to me than that she would be like, oh, I'm born down here. You know, I have 2 parents, 3 siblings, but I live alone in this cave forward. Yeah, this is weird. She could still be living alone, I guess, if her family is killed or whatever, but it feels like just the name, you know, hollow, doesn't make any sense if she was a race of another being, right? If she was an orc, she would be like, I'm an orc, right? She would be like, I'm a hollow, I'm a monster. She would have a name for her race, right? So I think she's a transformed human. That makes a lot more sense to me. Probably living down there for a long time. Maybe then a former white wizard, right? Transformed into a bunny girl for some reason, right? You know, and hasn't been able to. She can probably go up again, but doesn't want to go up, right? Because people are probably, it's like, oh, people hate me because I'm a freak. I turned into a bunny girl, so no one likes me. You know, the humans hate me or whatever. She probably doesn't want to go up to the earth again because, you know, obvious reasons. Turned into a bunny girl, and so that's probably why, right? But yeah, the episode was really good. It was a brutal episode. Riko almost died. You know, she got to rise, bleeding, so on. It looked very graphically terrible. And in the end, Nana, she said that she can save the arm, I guess, by removing the poison. But the arm is always going to be changed. So I guess in the end, her arm is still going to be like purple or whatever. Like it's going to have some kind of permanent damage. He also broke her arm, right? So she, at best case scenario, the poison will be removed, but her elbow is going to be broken or whatever, right? So she has to heal the elbow. She can have a broken arm at best case scenario. And that also was kind of weird. He was like, oh no, it's hard to cut it through and do this thing. So he first broke her arm, now he cut it through something. That just made it worse. He just made it like, oh no, he broke the arm. But yeah, Reg always being, I'll say it, he is always, like I said, Reg is always thinking too much, right? Second guess things too much. He's always too worried. That clearly was gonna kill Riko if Nanashi wouldn't say that, right? Yeah. Because even if he was gonna amputate her, right? Even if that was to be the plan, he's too much like, oh, should I do it? Should I do it? Oh, maybe. He's obviously way too much. He always overthinks stuff, and he's way too slow to actually act. Like he said himself, I should have shot that poison thing immediately, right? Then we might have survived, but yeah. But even regardless of that, he needs to definitely start. I mean, sure, in this particular anime plot armor situation, it is better that he was slow because then Nanashi could save her arm, right? But otherwise, yeah, he would have died, right? Because he's just too slow. So that's his weakness. He's always way too slow to act and stuff, right? So yeah, because he just made it worse. Basically, he just made it worse, right? He didn't cut the arm off. He didn't cut the arm off fast enough. He just broke her arm instead and kept it taking too long, right? So he just made the poison. The poison just spread through her body, and then it broke the arm, right? So it's more to heal. So even if she would, let's imagine she would survive the poison by herself, right? Now she doesn't appear. She survives the poison, right? Because a human body can obviously fight poison, right? You know, to some extent, right? So she survives the poison. She's a zombie girl, whatever. She survives the poison, right? But now her arm is broken because he broke the arm in a weird way. So he just made it worse. Yeah, he didn't help her at all, honestly. Like he didn't help her for a second, basically. Until she appeared and told him how to breathe in her nose, right? He basically just made everything worse. He just made her more injured, right? And then he didn't stop the poison. So I don't know, like he's not very good at this. Poor guy, panicking. But yeah, this episode 10 here was really bad. But yeah, please subscribe guys for the episode, right? I'm excited to see, of course, next episode. We're gonna watch more episode tomorrow. I'm excited to see, of course, what's gonna happen, right? I wanna see Nanashi, what she is. She probably will explain what she is then. Because she said I'm a hollow, right? She probably will explain if she's a human or a race thing or she's an alien. But I think she's a transformed human, right? She's probably a white wizard that somehow, yeah, got into a bunny girl. Probably from a relic, right, or something. From the curse of the relic. So something like that. So I'm excited to see that, and I guess we probably are gonna meet the bad guy. I mean, I am surprised how I've seen so many people, you know, again, I guess it is a movie too, but I've seen so many people, right, you know, talking about this, you know, main bad guy, right, Bondru, that they mentioned last episode, or yesterday, I mean, not last episode, episode 8, I mean, and I've seen so many people mention this guy, right, but he hasn't appeared yet, right, it's only 3 episodes, again, it's a movie, I suppose, but we really haven't got to him yet. I feel that's kind of surprising how, like, they took about 10 episodes to introduce this girl. This girl is in the ending and so on, she's in the opening. They took 10 episodes to introduce this bunny girl. So I'm surprised how long time it takes them to introduce some of the, I guess, the main cast or whatever. Because I think, I mean, again, I haven't been spoiled in any details, but obviously I've seen Nanashi a lot, right? So I assume, for obvious reasons, she's gonna join the party, right? I'm pretty sure Nanashi here, she will join, she's like the next party member, right? And actually will, you know, join them and go to the next floor, right? She's probably gonna be a permanent party member, unless she dies then, but I mean, she's permanent party member until she dies probably, or, you know, hopefully from die, but your point. She's actually gonna join them, right? They're the first really, like, party inclusion, right? Marlo could have been another party inclusion, but no, Nanashi's gonna be the first really, you know, like, joining the party, right? So anyway, guys, please subscribe to this episode. I want to see you guys tomorrow with more Court of Nanashi, I guess. I'm gonna figure out what her deal's about. I think I'm gonna be right, alright, she's probably like a transformed human on that. And of course, you know, check out the new animes coming, right? We have Bastard coming this week, of course, and most of the boat, Rent a Girlfriend is back, right? That's gonna be interesting to see. So subscribe for that, right? All the new animes and magazines are going coming right this season. So I guess you guys have a great day.